Alright, hopefully you guys can hear me. Clickety clackety clack. Clickety. Oh, hang on. Up. My store. So, and no, I'm just joking. Hang on a second. Hang on. I'm gonna have to do a Bronson. That's cool, man. Relax, buddy. All right, there is a sound check. Sorry I'm late, but my plate is full. My plate is full. Holy cow, people. But here I am. Oh, wait, I did it again. Being stupid. There's that. What's this? There's that. So I guess I have to do this. Oh yeah, here we go. Here it is, man. Ta-ta! Yeah. It's that, isn't it? Here we go. I'm unveiling my new t-shirt, black and red and white. Look at this. Here it is for all you people. Here's the new fashion right here. Anti-Illuminati, Freemason, occult New World Order. I could go on and on. T-shirt, basically. I didn't quite know what's in. I mean, what do you name this? Right? But there it is on Amazon for $20. I already ordered one. It's going to be here Wednesday. I think the link is below. It's a cool little t-shirt, man. And I think it stands out like really nice, the colors and everything. And I literally, it's not showing the it's not doing the rollover image to zoom in. It's not doing it right now. Let me try, see if I have to reload the page or something. There it is. Look at that. Chapow. I inked that eye and everything. Like I literally, you know what I'm saying? I did that with pen and ink, and I I think I did it a little smaller, and then I enlarged it or something. No, I basically found an image online, and of an eye, you know what I mean, that I liked, and I what I did is I blew it up. I blew up the image and printed it out on a copier, and when I had a free minute, I just stuck it to the window and traced, and put a piece of paper over it and taped it to the window during at daytime, so I could make like a impromptu tracing table, and I traced it as best I could, and then I went home and inked it, and it's not exact, you know what I'm saying, I just used it for reference. I I simplified it a little more because the other one was like really detailed, so it's more stylized. And basically that says it all right there, right? All you truthers. So there it is, man. Amazon.com. Link below. And I have a job. I work really hard. Trust me. I don't know what that is. It always tells me. Hey, what's up? Absolute knowledge. Terminator T800's in here. Hey, it's good to see you guys. I'm basically talking about how it's our right to peacefully assemble. And I wrote down bullet points, but I think I can remember them all. I mean, it's fairly simple. No, we're the ones that loved women. we're the ones that are not collective and love freedom and everything, and we're the ones that are walking away because the gynocracy is the collective mind. The gynocracy is the one that wants to ram everybody through court and just kind of have it generalized as men, the men, it hurts the children in the end, but men are bad and women are fantastic and can't do anything wrong. We're the ones that are opposed to all that hive collective mind leftist. No, so we're not. You know what I'm saying? People are they once again, the enemy just flips everything around, just tries to flip everything around, and us getting together and talking about the effed up situation going on there. Then they're like, oh, they're collectivists. It's like, well, and then then that goes into the whole argument. Well, like, is it a collective for good or bad? Like, people were calling us a cult, and I'm like, all right, so what? Are we a cult, or we're a cult for good though? Because our cult promotes freedom. We're the ones that are for freedom and individuality. That's why we're going our own way, so we can own ourselves, because it's just all flipped around. It just all gets flipped around, and we're not, and they can't. I'm not letting that happen. I'm not letting them flip the narrative on us. I'm not letting them do it. It's not going. I'm going to keep interjecting with, no, we are the ones that are for. We're actually, we're the ones that want to come to an understanding with women and have realized that you just can't generally. I mean, certain ones maybe here and there, that are smart enough to, you can, I'm talking about it with the girl isn't helping me get my kids, that has helped me get my kids. I'm going to see my kids now. It's like absolutely confirmed. So it will, I told the lady, all right, as long it's this now, it is absolutely confirmed. No ifs, ands, or buts. And so I'm going to see my kids, So, but I'm not going to get off on that point right now. And I'm not going to go on that tangent. But my point is, we're the ones that are not collectivists. It's like these people don't understand. There's nothing, they are literally just trying to get us, once again, they don't want us communicating with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like literally that bad. They just don't want us men even communicating with each other. And it's like it's like that. It's just incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. I'll probably just repeat myself. Let me collect myself and pour a coffee. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say too. We're actually the ones that are for true equality. We're actually the ones that are for actual, real, true equality, or the woman just submits. But none of this like half step in between shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the Mgtow that are actually for, like, yeah, okay, if everyone's going to talk about equality, then we want actual real equality. We don't want any of this garbage just talking about it and in the palace, but then the policies all favor. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones that, I don't need to go into it. We are the ones that are for true equality. No, it's funny how they really want to try to flip this, or we want it to be where if we're not equal, then we're not equal, and then the woman's got to submit because we're the king of the we if in a war we're gonna win, and generally men want what's best for their women and children anyway, despite what we've all been taught. My point being is, in a good society, but it's really hang on, let me have another sip of coffee here and breathe for a second. I'll read some of the comments. Exactly. We're the ones saying that there is no true equality, though. And so we're trying to basically at least cut loose of, because it's a charade, you know what I mean? We're trying to kind of cut loose of it. And then and then we're all sitting around talking about it because that is our right to peacefully assemble. We're not hurting anybody. Hell, we're on the internet. It doesn't get more peaceful than on the internet. We're not out there like, you know, like frickin' what's that, the frickin' the dudes wearing masks that are, breaking windows and shit, and walking down the street victimizing everybody. You know what I mean? We're just online talking about it, and that I mean, it doesn't get any more real peaceful than that, actually. And that's called that. Then they're trying to say that it's some hive mentality. No, just us talking about it. Basically, we can talk about whatever the f we want to talk about. Yeah, exactly. Yep, mothers, sisters. My sister's going with me to meet my kids. It's gonna be great. Man, I'll tell you, I went out trail riding today, boy, and let me tell you something. That buggy was worth absolutely every penny that I paid for it. I did not. I mean, I got in some spots. I mean, I got to bring a camera. I'm gonna get a camera soon. I mean, basically, me and my friend were in it. It's a side by side, and it brought two full grown men through some trails that I literally did not think at some points like we were going to get through. Like, oh, like I'm telling you, man, like washed out, big giant washed out paths with with like rocks, and like we did have to get out a couple times, I will admit, and we had to like move move some branches out of the way. And at one point, there was this one like really steep, just a short incline, but it was so washed out and there were big rocks, and like I did have to get out and kind of pull some of the rocks up and kind of you know I basically made a ramp with the flat rocks I could find, right, so there weren't such abrupt foot high ledges basically that I had to get up. But once I did that, boy, I mean, we were wheeling up the top at the top of these things, like with the front end in the air and me turning the wheel and branches in our faces. And I mean, my friend Sky had to close his eyes a couple times. He couldn't even look basically. But man, I'm telling you, we got through it all. I even hit a tree, and that's when it got real on me. Like I got kind of locked in this one area. I went down like a really steep like incline with this thing, just whoa, and down into this little area behind some people's houses, and it was kind of a little bit muddy, and I was riding around in there, and I didn't know how to get out of there. And then I came to that area where, like I said, I had to get out and modify the trail. I got to put a shovel on that thing. So anyway, yeah, but when I was going around a corner, I went off to the side a little bit and whack, hit a tree, man. And I was like, oh boy, I was ready for either a flat, a tire knocked off the rim, or bent what is that, a arm, the suspension arms, those a A-shaped arms or whatever, bent this or whatever. But I looked, I got out, I didn't even look. I just reversed, kept driving the thing, drove fine, no noises, nothing wrong. So I kept going along the trail, and I was like, won't do that again. I really thought, I mean, I hit that tree pretty hard. We bounced right off of it. I really thought I was going to fuck that thing up, right? So, but then we came to that one area. I was like, oh, there's no way. We were like, no, there's no way we're getting up that, until I tipped over some flat rocks and made almost like a little impromptu ramp, but we still had to go to the left, almost off the trail and right near a tree and branches. And we wheelied right up off the top of it and like came down, and like just this thing handled. I mean, this thing performed like you just would not believe, man. And then we turned a corner and went right into I really thought I effed it up again, because right there we turned into this trail that had wicked high dirt, really high dirt, about a foot and a half, or about a foot or so, maybe, or a little over a foot, like straight, just dirt. What do we call it? Like ledge sides, basically, from a washout, like a stream. And and it was so narrow at one where I had to turn onto it. It widened out a little further down, but bang, I fell right in and bang, just hit right up against one of the sides. So we had to get out and lift it a little bit and assist it a little bit. Good thing I had two people, but once we got to where it widened out, we knocked down some branches. He had to get out, hold up a branch because it was too low. I guess I got to bring a goddamn fucking axe with me or something and a shovel. But anyway, I can't even believe it. We made it. And then once we went in a big circle, basically. We got back to the path where we got on the trail and whoa, just revved home, man. That thing handled it like a champ, man. The fan, I never had one before, but like a red light came on and the fan came on. It was like, wee. And I was like, I was like, oh, I hope that's a good thing. But yeah, the fan was coming on, cooling the engine and everything. I mean, it handled it like a champ, man. Mgtow Warriors in the house. Good to see you. I've been watching your videos. If you're a Mgtow content creator, you're like, oh, is he watching my videos? If you're a Mgtow content creator right now, yep. And you tag your videos Mgtow, yep, I'm watching them. I'm at least popping in. I might, if I don't watch the whole video, you know what I mean? I'm skimming through it. I'm making sure Mgtow, I'm trying to make sure Mgtow has dignity. Mgtow has to have dignity, period. And I want to force it to have dignity if I have to, man. Spartan's in here too. And so I'm basically, I'm just basically not letting them flip the narrative on us. And then, and then everything has a good or a bad, even a dictator. It says right in the Bible, when you have, when there's a good king, the people rejoice. When there's an evil king, the people sigh. So I'm just saying, like, even if we were a collective, but a country basically kind of is a collective. So, and our collective is even better because our collective is in a country where we try to promote freedom. And I'm trying to lay off, the Mgtow that are doing things that I personally think are weird. I'm not trying not to trash any other Mgtow right now. And unless I think you're a complete psyop or an agent or a fake or a fraud here to just rip off men some more, and then yeah, I'm gonna come after your channel. It's good to know that there is we are allowed to, we are absolutely, it's like the most basic fundamental right for us to get together and talk about this stuff. That is not a quote collective in the bad sense of like a communist. No, we're talking about how that is all bad, and we're trying to get away from it. The people that are doing this can't come to us, and putting us in this position, can't then come to us and say that we are doing what they are doing, man. When we get together and just talk about it, it is nonsense. I'm not going to have it. It's just stupid. You know what I mean? And that's just all there is to it, man. And I'm squashing the whole argument. It occurred to me today. No, they're using us assembling, and when you and that's what I was going to go further. Here's once again. I'm glad I thought of it. And so we kind of have to have we do kind of have to have a flag or a label. Why? To identify for people to sort of identify. Oh, they're I mean, like I'm not saying. I'm just saying therefore you kind of have to have a symbol or a name or a what I mean, something to get that, like for a sign, what I mean, for people to come, what I mean. It's not, I mean, that's all that it is. It's not it's not a big it's not, we're not a communist collective. It's some BS nonsense, man. Thanks for subbing, absolute knowledge. And I think you're a content creator too. Yep, not going to happen. Not going to switch the narrative on us and tell us that we are the communist collectivists. Nope, nope. We complain about it regularly. We complain about how we wish, uh, that we could, that we wish that we could come to understandings with women. That we wish, the courts were, more just. That things weren't just generalized and everyone, that was more case by case basis. You know what I mean? We're the ones that are all for that stuff. Nobody's going to tell us that we are the commie collectivists. No, 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 no. And we're not out in public painting our bodies and flashing our sexual organs like the wackadoo, feminists. You know what I mean? No, they're all the obscene weirdo. They're not going to label, turn this around and say that we're what they are. No, Mgtow has dignity, period, and we're going to have dignity. And we're going to peacefully assemble and point out the lunacy and everyone else. And if you know what I mean, and it's not us being a collective. We can talk, and we can also sit around and put our heads together, because you know what, that's how men built this country. So we can sit around, we can assemble, and we can produce content, and we can even make t-shirts, and we can support each other's channels, and we can have some common sense and peace of mind, and like I said, we can have some dignity. And that's all there is to it, man. They're all the weirdo collectivists that are just going along with the narrative on both sides. The so-called conservative side and the so-called democratic side, the Democrats. And they're the collectivists that are going completely against everything that America did stand for, which was, basically, common sense, and, community and family, and just courts. You know what I'm saying? It's basically all been almost like commercialized, and it's just a big giant machine, like industry now. And we're like, to hell with that. And we're just walking away from it. And they're like, oh, those guys are collectivists over there. It's like, no, we're getting together, and like, we're watching the house burn down and being like, all right, well, what now? You know what I mean? Like, the buildings are burning down. What are we all gonna do? Basically, that's all that's going on here, man, in Mgtow. And we're having some fun too. I had some fun today, man. I had some fun today, and I'm going to continue to have more fun, and I'm going to post awesome videos on my channel, and I'm not going to make a ton of money. I've made probably, I've made $35 in t-shirts, man, and maybe I'll make some more. And I'll just keep working on t-shirts, and hanging out with my kids. And I'm thinking, I'm getting some ideas for I want to make a front wheel drive buggy. I want to make a front wheel drive buggy with another box where and fully with full suspension all the way around with and then eventually make it in mind with having another chain that goes all the way to the back axle. So when I shift it into another gear somehow, it kicks into all-wheel drive and with the motor in the front. So the weight's all in the front, and then the people, then a two-seater, and the people are towards the back. So the people make the weight in the back, and you'll have more control. I don't know why people aren't making front wheel drive buggies, man, because you'll have more control with front wheel drive. So I'm gonna start. I might start doing some really cool stuff. Maybe even open up another channel. Maybe even open up another channel on BitChute where I'm gonna get into other cool stuff. So hey, what's up? I see you, Mgtow Smurf. Yeah, God bless all people out there, all you Mgtow warriors and Mgtow warrior himself. And yeah, no, we're not going to let them reverse the narrative. It's just not going to happen. They're not allowed. And all we got to do is just every time, you know, every time I come think of a video where I realize, you know, oh, this is what they're doing, then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna make my video. I'm gonna blow their little games out of the water, man. You know, we're the ones that, you know, we're actually, we wish that we could preserve all of that. You know, we wish that we could preserve all of that. You know, and you know, community and family and you know, kid, you know, we're the ones saying that we, you know, and that's the only reason, you know, and we're saying that this country's not capable of it. So we're basically that's why we're going our own way, not because we're the ones that want to rip it all down and ruin it. That's already being done. It's already being all ripped down and ruined. So whatever. We're not painting with broad strokes. We want individuality. We want case by case basis courts that look into things and do what's best for kids. You know what I mean? And family. That's what we are saying. That it's like people aren't listening to our protests. They're just going, look, we'll just call them all collectivists. They all think the same. Yeah, like Americans. We think like goddamn Americans, like being free. We want freedom. That's why I went for a ride in my buggy, because I got sick of being worried about it. I'm not going to do it regular. I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to make it all legit and bring it out to the trails now and get it. I paid those. Pennsylvania is a partner state with Mass, so it's really cool. They transfer the Pennsylvania taxes I paid on that, and I'm not going to be as broke as I thought. And so I only pay a fee for them to transfer the Pennsylvania taxes I already paid, like $183 up here to Mass. And I might have a few tiny little late fees, but nothing bad, like $12. $12 I have to pay to for my taxes in Massachusetts. And then now I can register it, and then I can go to pretty much any sporting goods stores and I can get a trail pass. And that's going to be when I'm going to have my father or one of my friends, until I get a trailer, drop me off with the buggy and a camera out in the woods, and we're going to have some real fun. Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm going to have a blast. I am going to have a blast. And I'm going to keep these videos coming. I don't care. I never started this for money. I have a job. If you want a cool t-shirt, I'm making some cool t-shirts, and then everybody wins, because then if I get the time, I'll just travel around. I'll interview people live. I'll do some real shit. You guys want to see some Mgtow shit? I'll be like the Steve Crowder of Mgtow. I'll go set up and interview people, and I'm telling you, I'll do crazy shit. So I'm just saying, the more support I get, I'll do. If I can quit my job, if I can be like, Mom, stop nagging me. I got a YouTube channel and I sell Mgtow t-shirts and this and that, blah blah. Leave me alone. I'll just travel around with my buggy, with my little buggies and and cameras, and I'll just create mad content up on YouTube. I got some pretty cool ideas, like my front wheel drive slash all wheel drive, full independent suspension buggy that I want to build. So you guys play it safe. Lay low, play it safe. I'm afraid I got ticks on me, even though I have not seen a tick around here in a while, and I'm very happy about that. I don't know what it is, but I'm not seeing any ticks. But I got to jump in the shower because I'm a little paranoid, man. Because I'm telling you, what you would not believe what that little buggy. You've seen it on here. I've done footage of it. You would not believe what that thing went through with two full-grown men in it. You would not believe. You'd be like, no, I did not. You came through this. You came through here in that? No, I don't believe you came. You did. You really? I mean, dude, that thing is a beast. That little thing is a beast. I will say that right now. That Trailmaster is a beast. So I'm gonna go jump in the shower, you guys. And I might do elaborate on this stuff some more. If I find my list with my bullet points and I missed anything, I'll do a part two. And I got more coming, man. I got more coming for you sons of bitches that don't like Mgtow. So peace, Mgtow, and stay Mgtow for now, bros.